Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hello, friends. Just gonna look at my beautiful 3.5 travel edition in this beautiful box. Again, I will not stop until everyone's aware of it. No, I'm just really, 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 really happy with that purchase. That was definitely something that I personally needed for my crochet. I'm gonna grab my hook out. So this is my 3.5. This is the dress I've been working on. This is a Cosmic Granny Square by Bag O' Day. Definitely check her out, of course, being that she's like one of the best out there. And I am on a double crochet row, working with this beautiful yarn I got from Temu. Yes, I know, some people don't like it. I'm not here to argue, I'm just stating where I came from. Not that anyone's ever said anything to me, but I'm sure there are people who are not impressed with the fact that I've gotten things from there. Not sponsored or anything cool like that. Because I'm not. Alright. So today I want to work on this a little bit, because this yarn is so lovely to touch and easier than it looks to work with as I pull my crochet hook away. Anyways, super glad you're here. Let's get crocheting. So, hopefully my leg won't end up in the shot or anything like that. I'm wearing a dress, a nice summer dress, because it is pretty warm. There we go. It's not like gross warm, it's just pretty warm. So this is just all double crochets into the more detailed row that I did just to give it some interest. To be honest, the person that designed this, at least I hope she did, I don't know if she did or not, just the YouTube video I got it from, she had a dress made like this as an example, and I just kind of guessed at this particular row because I really liked the spaces in it. I thought it was very, very classy. And then it's a single crochet, this weird row, and then 2 double crochet rows all the way around and around until I get to the point of having 1/2 of the dress done. This is going to take me a long time. I'll be lucky if I've got it done for next year. So don't be surprised if you see this popping in and out, because these very fine weights do take a very long time to work with. But when they're done, they are just absolutely beautiful. Alrighty. How's that looking up there? There we go. Right through the top of the double crochets. So I'm going through the double crochets, but then I go around the chains. I just don't want to have to take the time to go through them. I find it very tedious, and I find it quite difficult in a lot of places, and then I don't find as much flow on a few of my, I don't feel like it'll have that drapey look and feel to it. And this particular cotton really is drapey, and I wanted to keep that because that is part of the actual, this part was fun. A lot of fun making those. But hoping it's going to lay very nicely and all that fun stuff. It should anyway. There we go. And got one. Now I need two. And then two. So this one's mostly after I get past the Bag-O-Day part. It's kind of freehand, but kind of freehanded with a mission. So it does have a bit of a loose pattern that I came up with. And hopefully it will look really nice. So far I'm very, very happy with the results. The stitching is very nice. This hook is amazing. It took a little bit to get it working right. I had to put lotion on my hands and rub it all over it. And it now glides and sits perfectly the way I like. But I had to do that with all the metal ones whenever I first use them when they're brand new. I don't use olive oil or anything like that. I think some people do, and I think I've heard of people using baby oil to oil them up, and I don't advise, like for me, I definitely wouldn't trust that it wouldn't transfer to the yarn. And that is actually nothing I want on my plate or my things, because I'm just thinking about how they don't wash out of materials very easily. So that's where my mind went. And we are 2 double crochets. I'm just going to take a little peek here. Oh, I just love how this one's going. Just one moment, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Had to go blow my nose and get a nice big gulp of beautiful coffee in the morning. Hopefully everybody's having a really nice summer. Getting lots of crochet done, doing fun stuff. Even if it isn't like what other people think is fun, what you enjoy is what counts. And that's a-okay. It's good to have your hobbies and the things you're interested in. Read a good book. Have a nap. I'm sorry, that sounds like what I want to do today. Haha. And we have 2. Well, pardon me. Kind of worried I caught a cold of some sort. But with me, you never can tell. It could just be that I'm just really overworked and overtired again. That happens often. So today is going to be a very quiet day for me with lots of crochet and basically just puttering around the house. I do have to go back to work on Monday. Today is Sunday. I find I have the worst time trying to make videos on days that I work, because I work all day and then I come home and I gotta do mom stuff as soon as I get home till basically I go to bed. So there's no downtime for me on work days. But I like the job and I needed a break. I've been at home for too long again. I don't do well with just staying at home all the time. I do enjoy getting out. I do enjoy working. I don't like getting out to just hang out. That I'm not a big fan of. But if I'm getting out and doing something useful, then I'm cool. I like that. I'm not that social of a person. So getting out to see friends is something I don't do often enough. I should do it more often. Returning phone calls, not the best at that. Comments, I find I struggle to comment on them even though I love seeing them. Sorry, I'm working on it. And it also could be I was in a very bad mental place from feeling less of myself, which is why I started crocheting, which is why I started the channel, just so I could possibly find other people who have the same ideas on having a fun hobby. I'm not so sure I want to be a yarn collector. I admire the people with massive yarn collections. I think that's absolutely insane. But the first thing I start thinking about is what I can make with it all. So I think that would just set me up for feeling like I haven't done enough. So I'm going to keep myself reasonable as much as I can, even with big girl money. Yeah. Even though I got my next set of what I want to buy is on my mind, but that is actually because of a certain project that I may or may not be making. The summer sweater I made for my mom in all the greens with the cabo and everything, turns out it's way too heavy for her to wear. So now back to square one, I guess. Gonna have to figure something else. I'm thinking about maybe grabbing her a couple of these cakes in the greens like she wanted, and she might make it because she does like really small threads, so she might make her own sweater this time. I don't know, but I might just buy the yarn for her because I mean she already shelled out quite a bit for that one, and it's not exactly what we wanted, so I may have to frog it because it's going to not work the way it was meant to. It's a shame, but it is what it is. However, I have discovered that I really like cabo. No, some people don't because it splits like this. I like the twisted yarns, but I also like them when they're just like this, where they're just laid together loosely. So both are great for different wearables, different stitches, different patterns. And Mary Maxim had a pretty nice sale on them, so I grabbed another 4 to go with the 2 white I have. So I might be coming up with a really cute idea for the colors I picked for myself. So yeah, it's for me. Because I get the nicer stuff, right? No, I'm just kidding. It's because I'm wanting to get rid of some of the clothing that I have that is just mass produced and whatnot. I want some lovely, unique items. Yeah. And right into the double crochets. Just one. Look at the smoothness of how that it just goes. I feel so relaxed right now. I feel so calm. And even that did not upset me at all. I don't feel like I did something wrong. My hook went through. Oh well. Just go back and grab all of it together and you'll be just fine. I have a feeling this is going to be something that I'm going to enjoy wearing a lot. It's going to feel phenomenal. Yeah, I'll probably have to wear like shorts and like a sports bra, tank top, something like that underneath it. But I think it's going to be quite nice when it's done. And even if it is shorts and a top, I'm okay with that. I doubt I'm going to line it. I think if I line it, it's going to take away from the drapiness. And I doubt that'll even be noticeable that it's not lined. I don't know. We're just going to have to see how it goes as I get closer to the end of this project, which is not going to be for a long time. I have a whole nother side to do. And I'm not even a quarter of the way through this one. There's so much yellow left. I haven't even looked at purple. I'm very interested to see how they do their color changes in this one. Is it going to be gradual like Hobie does, where one strand at a time changes? because it does lend for a beautiful color change, but we will see. Maybe it all changes at once. I don't know. I haven't hit that area yet, so I'm not sure how these cakes do their color changing. They do them, but I don't know how. I'll definitely let everybody know when I get there. And we'll have to show that when we get there. Okay, you are going to go on to here. Go like that. Go like that. And 1 and 2. Now 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Loving how this is just going. I mean, I don't even know where the beginning is at this point, but I don't really care. It is just, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. This one I think is going to be something I'm going to be very proud of. And that's the best feeling, when you can be proud of something you've made. And 2. And there we go. And after all that messing around with my computer is running amazing. I can make my videos faster. I have a much better setup for that. And my editing is going a lot quicker than it ever has before. And way, way smoother. So I am extremely happy with that purchase. I am really glad I got that bigger hard drive, so I have more space to work with, and I don't feel so, what's the word? I don't want to say put out, but I'm going to say just more rush. Like I feel like everything's crowded. Now I find working on this stuff is a lot easier and a little more relaxing for me than it was. I was feeling a little overwhelmed at times. Okay, that's the corner right there. So we're going to go 1 and 2. And then I'm going to chain 2. 1, 2. There we go. 2. And then we do 2 there. So we end up with that chain 2 is our corner. So it is getting very distinct corners. I know I could have done 3 chains. A lot of people like to do 3, but I like 2. I don't really deal with odd numbers. Odd numbers feel unlucky to me, and so if I were to do 2, I can't handle 3, I'd have to do 4. So this time I chose to do 2 because I don't want the corners to be too pronounced. I want them to be kind of softer, so 2 is great for me. And this project in particular, but I find with most squares when I'm working on them, I usually just end up naturally going to 2. It feels right to me. 4 would be good if I really wanted a sharp corner. 3 is sort of a good corner, like you've got the middle chain to be your corner piece, and then you got a chain on each side. But for me, it just doesn't feel right. So if you want a bit of a more pronounced corner, go with 3. If you want a very pronounced corner, go with 4. And if you want something that's just very soft and small, you're just going to go with 2. Those are my opinions. I don't know if that is the gospel of crochet, but that is how I feel about it and how I've seen it work out for my projects. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But I think I've got that one figured out pretty good. Anyway, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. It just hit me. My nails match my crochet hook. No wonder I wanted that nail polish. That's funny. Anyhow, super glad you were here today, and I'm glad we had got to spend this time together, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.